Spare a coin for the hungry.
There's nothing. Look around you. If we're not here, and the real Lord, the four-armed king, is lost forever. It's just greedy, deceitful lords everywhere. There is and vain. Nothing. I've seen his cursed kingdom. I've seen it haunt a kingdom now. An apparition. I saw it. He sag present. Oh, always Kuna, as is the veins. Gold, the truth.
No need for that, is there?
Welcome to Vrel's bookshop. No reading without buying. And if you're here for porn, kindly leave before you start. Hi. Not only can I read, I can even make recommendations. Imagine that. So, if you have a joke to tell, perhaps it is. But you'd think that so-called civilized people would accept it with more grace. Hearing the same crude comments over and over again makes me feel like I've never left the training grounds. Then there are the braver ones who tell me I'm not welcome here. Hell, it's just like talking to my sister. They all have more in common than they think. Although... They're not all bad. I know it might sound like I was a rightful member of the tribe, and believe me, I didn't get my name for nothing. My father made sure of it. Funnily enough, she was the one who saw it as a problem. Vran believed that every time I went to the temple to read in peace, she was on my ass about it. Until one day, you can guess. Oh, great. How's she doing? Still on her path to becoming the pinnacle of tribal perfection? Of course she did. It doesn't surprise me that she decided to join a fanatic. Though it is amusing that she chose one capable of using compound sentences. She never believed in the power of words. But perhaps that's exactly why she ended up following a man who fed her beautiful lies. I am no sure. When they decide to kick you out and take your name, they make a whole ceremony of it. But I left pretty much the moment my sister stopped yelling. You don't have to be there for it, though. Vran might have been pissed off enough to go through with it. So, maybe. I don't really care. I'm not going to stop using my name just because my little sister told me to. This shop belonged to my late husband. We met on the road. I was a mercenary hired to protect the caravan. He was a fine older gentleman. Fascinated, it was a lethal combination for my poor heart. We didn't have much family left, and they couldn't care less about this place. Well, I can't just take the shop and hitch it to a cart, can I? Although I suppose I didn't hate living here, you know? It was fine when my husband was, and then he died, and the respect died with him.
Oh, forgive the mess. I didn't really have much choice about where to set up my things. Well, it looks like the tavern is closed until further notice. Oh, of course, my apologies. I'm Imran. My thoughts tend to drift far from the present. I'm a scholar of sorts, though not the kind that hide behind walls of parchment. And yes, I'm a Pict. Not many of us wander these lands, I know. Staying in one place isn't exactly in my nature, so I travel. If you're asking out of politeness, let's just leave it at this. I thank you for your interest, but I won't give an answer, trust me. I could talk the hind leg... Wow! That's really kind of you. So, thanks to Varel's generosity, I managed to get my hands on a certain book. Well, once a book, now it's just a pile of loose pages. They're the writings of a Dalariata scribe from nearly 6 centuries ago. Incredible, right? But what's even more astonishing is the content. This man describes encounters with people who knew nothing of King Arthur or the homelands. Nothing at all. Do you understand what that suggests? I'll tell you. It's so exciting. I suspect Avalon may have already been inhabited by a race similar to us, long before our arrival. I've traveled across much of the island, and I've come across some mentions of the people of Farpoint, a place far in the northernmost reaches of Avalon. Few have ever ventured there. And so, my friend, here we are, staring down the question, or rather the flood of questions that many pigs I've known have prolonged contact with the weirdness. I thought it was just them, a bunch of lunatics, who first dared to embrace that strange form. And what if it was the first men who knew how to live alongside the weirdness? And think about it. If we could uncover how they did it, the pot... Perhaps the weirdness started to gather and ruin their crops, or made hunting more dangerous. Or maybe it was some sort of conflict that forced them to seek a new place on the island. Or perhaps they simply had a nomadic spirit. It's hard to say with the scrap. For now, I'm trying to pull together more valuable information from these writings. But honestly, I feel like I'm hitting a wall. I won't uncover anything new just sitting here. And unfortunately, I'm stuck here for the time being. I got injured on my way to Connacht, and I'm not quite back to my full strength yet. Oh, don't worry about that, really. It's more of a, let's call it an occupational hazard rather than an actual ailment. I'll be as fit as a fiddle, or whatever you... The Grotto of First Men, that tribal scribe detailed, and I'm assuming you're asking... I'd love to go there myself, but... So, if you're... Truly excellent. I'm deeply obliged, my friend. Return swiftly, and more importantly... I heard she was a Dalariata who runs a bookshop in Connacht. I was a bit apprehensive about meeting her. I thought I'd find someone overly rattled and stripped of her own cultural heritage. But Varel, she's different. And I admire her work that she even bothers to do it. Sometimes, it feels like people have lost all interest in discovery. Whether it's the place seems to attract trouble. Not a good place, then. I'd run out of breath listing all the things that plague this place. And I haven't even been here. Of all the misfortunes these poor people are facing, I'd wager the men hit Red Death. Troubling as it is, seems manageable, at least with the intervention of the weirdness. Ah, shoot. If the men here goes out, these people... Try not...
Didn't expect... Oi, you there, Sleeping Beauty. I saw them carrying you into Yvain's... You feeling better now? Good. Would have been a shame if something happened to the one who lit up the menhir. No wonder they brought you straight here. Tell me, did you get to see our lord? Or just that snake of his? Sorry, stranger. I meant no offense. Name's Morag. I'm the innkeeper around here, though, as you've probably... Truth is, I was hoping that, with what happened at the menhir, maybe you'd be kind enough to... Camelot shut down my inn. Said it was because of the Red Death, but the Red Priests have been here for ages. And last I checked, Yvain's still our lord. Not one of those Camelocians. What gives them the right to I thank you, stranger. All I want is a straight answer. The least he could do is make Camelot pay me some kind of damn bastards come in here acting. I'll wait here.
You're here. Let me look at you. You seem to have recovered after whatever happened at the menhir. The All-Mother herself must be... Whatever the All-Mother wanted you to see is between you and her. Besides, I'm more concerned with the impact your little spectacle had on the sentiments in the village. You've given people hope. Only time will tell if that was misguided or what the consequence. The hospital will manage without me for a little while longer. Ailey is more capable than she realizes. There is more than one way to spread the All-Mother's grace. Lord Yvain is in a precarious situation. He needs all the support. Besides, my apprentice Ailey is very... Here lies Lady Maeve, wife of Lord Yvain, Tarion. You're wondering why I'm here, aren't you? I'm wondering the same. May the...
Like many things in Avalon, it seems. But yes, sometimes unnervingly so. They had the ears and hearts, as you can imagine. We didn't always. I couldn't allow people to openly disagree with me, no matter the influence they thought they held among my subjects. The temple's representatives didn't approve of my use of the weirdness during the war. I decided that such opposition. Sometimes it's necessary. And that was one of those times. In times of war, a leader cannot appear weak, cannot afford to look uncertain. Call it what you like, but war demands obedience.
The less attention, the better. Good to see you. Until next time.
Do you need something? I know. I already asked. Honestly, I'm not about to argue the legate over one inn. Not. I don't doubt that. But Kunart, I wouldn't be surprised if Denholm shuts the inn down out of fear of rebellion. We all have to endure these. Well, surely she's been given. Oh, very well. Tell her she'll be paid part of the damages from my coffers. And I can't offer more than that. As long as this stalemate with Camelot holds, that's my final decision. Does it now? That I thank him for his concern.
Just keep your head down. Ah, you need something? I should stay out of trouble. You startled me. I don't want any part of this. Stay back, or I'll yell for help. Stop that before someone sees.
This is unexpected. And you have a beautiful soul. I can hear them fluttering. I see their... Trust me. I want to be generous. I want... Ah, the gateway to the hidden beggar's kingdom. To open it, you'll need a royal scepter. A truly fancy old key, which... I haven't been there for quite some time. I'll lend you my key, but only if you promise to retrieve something that... A curious cube. It has symbols and moves. The first time I was there, I was too afraid to bring it to the surface. Didn't want others to look at it. But now, I want to have it here. Here. Take the key. Bring the cube to me. Ah, the secret of a scavenger. Asked, he doesn't tell. And at no guess, does he not? What a dull world we'd live in if people shared all... Oh, of course not. I have my... Besides, would you really take a borrowed gift with no intention of... No, no, you wouldn't do that, would you? You know very well that such things only bring about... souls, trinkets, all those that belonged to others, but are now yours for you. A blessing of sophistication, even lack, can be worth experience. Coins, items... Items become a man who is a scavenger, whether he's filth or not. Also possesses a soul. A soul. Nothing more than a mongrel. Filth. Yet But no. That would be too much. The street... Filth. Both a name and a type. There were people who made filth aware of my own filthiness. Good people. Let it feel Oh, one more thing. If you have anything that once belonged to someone else... First and foremost, and heavy souls don't rest...
Oh, is that you, Roy? I won't one more. Anyone could. That's it. Good.
Damn it. I know you try. I can't run this hospital all. Someone with money. Someone who can supply us with. At one point, then I. You do that? For me? Why? That's very noble of you. But thank you. I've been alone with this for so long.
Always a pleasure to see you. Hello there. Looking for some... She is? That's interesting news. Though I had no idea the hospital had financial problems. I thought it was funded by our brave Camelosian... who in turn dumped the entire responsibility on... That sounds like a complete disaster of mismanagement. Still, that said, a hospital doesn't exactly strike me as a... When I invest, I expect... Maybe not. But when someone brings me a business opportunity, they should at least... That's true. But in Kunacht, people would sooner dig up their grandmother's miracle recipes than pay for something they used to get for free. I need some concrete ideas. I'm not... Fine, I just hope... You'll need to get others on board, so try to show a little enthusiasm when you talk to them. Start with Bonksy and Osmond, then speak to Irwin. We'll need it. The more support...
What brings you this way? Hello again. Oh, how did it go? Ha! You see? I always say when someone speaks sense, even a good work. Here.
Nice.
Hello. Coming back to... Ha! I'm not surprised he's asking me. Without my financial backing and, more importantly, they really value my involvement, and that gives me leverage. Have you heard the legend of Robbie of Grubwood? A bandit who stole from rich merchants and gave the gold to commoners. They say he was an incredible archer. People say the same about me, but I'm still waiting for someone to write a song about me, like they did for Rob. Robbie's long dead. I heard someone in his gang betrayed him. He's buried in a tomb, and that bow... According to legend, it's made from centuries-old yew, and enchanted by a druid whose life Robbie once saved. Bring me that bow, and I'll... That's what I like to hear. I always say stick... Am I right? Leave it already.
Nice to see you.
Good to see. I don't know. I got an offer to supply ingredients for healing. My adventures are more about Maybe so, but it's still not worth. I could be exploring underground. You know what? I can't go anywhere. How about it? Want to take the lot? Yes. Did you manage to... Fantastic. If you don't need something, you let Alwyn know I'm in. And I can't wait for my... Life's too...
You doing okay? Catch you later, yeah?
Elixir. And? Why would merchants take over the patronage of a hospital? I've been having a serious problem with... Here's a list of... Then I'll join... Got money?
Oh, hello there. You doing okay?
Help a soul out on you, kid.
who's here. My favourite customer. Good, great, actually. I even had a customer the other day. He brought... and they do cost... Oh, you see, I stole them. From a none that I know of. They're just mushrooms. I mean, I'm not saying they are useless, and, well, the Spriggan might have done... I don't... Well, no! The customer asked me why the mushrooms are and that I gathered them under the cover of night. I can't see why. See? This is the problem. Me? No. I'm pretty sure they already have merchants there. Or maybe that's foxes? I'm not... Yes, in that cave over there. It's very cozy. I got lucky, as it was almost empty when I found... I didn't even have to fight a bear to move in. There were a few dead humans. I put them in a neat pile. But you're no stranger, are you? I consider you my... Besides, Ah, that's lovely. Or not. I'd just be great. It's not that I have anything against... Done all...